Solomon Kon, can you please mute yourself? And then there is someone written Zoom user. Please try also to mute yourself, and if you could rename yourself to your actual name, as we just said, that will be great. Jacob, make sure you mute those who are not muted.
Okay. Are you able to see?
Yeah?
Are you able to see the presentation?
Oh yeah, I do see.
Yeah.
Did you also not muted? Solomon Kon is still not muted, Jacob. Okay. Then Mario. Okay, perfect. Okay, welcome everyone to ENA Education Needs All program. Next slide. Okay, as we said, explore educational opportunities for scholarships with Education Needs All. You're more than welcome to grab anything from this orientation info, and we hope it will help you in one way or the other. Okay, below your speakers for the day, myself, Ajir, as the moderator, then Jacob Dengbo, the founder of ENA, Tennyson, University, his University of Florida, and then the founder of REA, and then Jacob Will, the admission officer for Earth University. So three of them today will be the speakers of the program. Pay attention to whatever they're saying and make sure that you write down what you want to ask them by the end of this presentation. Okay, before we head into our presentation, let's see what is it about. Jacob, why are you messing up with the slides? So the theme of today is to explore educational opportunities for scholarship with ENA, then subtitles to unlock your path to change the educational needs. Next slide. What is this orientation about today? We're making sure that we'll provide insights. We'll also provide tips for application. And then our orientation will be a roadmap to guide you through the application journey. Next slide, please. I thought I introduced us, but it seems like we need to introduce ourselves twice. So I introduced that slide already. Let's go ahead. Okay, the guidelines. One, I'm not joking. Like, if you're not going to mute yourself and I call your name out and Jacob tried to mute you and you unmute yourself, we're going to kick you out. Because one, we don't need like noise on the background. At that point, you won't understand anything. And same, you're also distracting everyone from the program. And then be respectful, whether in chats or when you are talking, please try to be respectful as possible. And then raise your hand or write down if you want to talk. So right here, I know some of us are new to using Zoom, which is understandable, but there is a place written mute, that's like your microphone. Click it when you're going to talk and mute it if you're not talking. And then chats right there, and then of course no screen, and reactions. This is where you're going to raise your hands. Raise your hands. I will call out your name when it's time for Q&A. So please make sure you monitor, and when you are done asking your question, please lower your hand so that I don't call you twice. And then listen and pay attention. That's the purpose of coming here. If you're not going to pay attention in any way, we're not doing anything, and then you're also deceiving yourself and you're consuming your time. And then the language we're going to use obviously is English, since we're from diverse communities. And then what I will do on your behalf, I will manage the time and the flow of section and make sure that the speakers pay attention. And then we'll keep track of the agenda and the clock and remind the speakers and the audience of the remaining time. Trust me, with your time, it's going to be perfect. Also intervene if the speakers go off topic. I got you as the speaker. So if as participants, if our speakers go off topic, I'll keep them on track. The moderator will provide a brief overview, introduce each speaker, and facilitate a discussion, which I've already done. So next slide. As a continuation, we'll help review and manage comments people leave behind or the message participants send during a stream live orientation. So trust me with your information. If you want it private, just send it to me in chats as like direct to me as a GR. It will come to me, not to everyone. And then review incoming questions from the audience and decide whether they should be discussed. If your question is not respectful in any way, or it's like a repeated question, I'm not going to allow it to be answered. And then we'll also warn members and block them from I was so clear enough, like very clear enough. If you're misbehaving, we'll block, like remove you from the call. Then ask right questions when any member is not able to ask, either because of network. So if your network is misbehaving, just forward your question to me. I will be your speaker. Next. All right. Thank you so much for your attention. Up to this point, I'm going to welcome John, who is our admission officer at Earth University. So, Mr. John, thank you so much for joining us today, and you're more than welcome to give the participants what they deserve for tonight.
Okay.
And by the way, you have 15 minutes of presentation. So
Okay.
you were clear enough before that you're going to eat, so I think that's your food. That's the
Okay.
best
Okay.
food I
Thank you
can.
very much. Thank you very much, Jerry, Margaret, and Jacob, plus Tennyson, and all the guys that I know here. Thank you for the opportunity, and I'd like to welcome everyone to this session. I would like to explain a few things about Earth University. I think I've done this presentation for the last 5 years. Okay, and I'm sure some of the guys who are here maybe have attended my session in different occasions. I would like to start from the opposite. Okay, I'd like to start with welcoming 2 or 3 questions. Okay, then from there, so that I know which area to tackle or not. I've seen guys already bombarding me in the chats. Okay, look, if you have applied to Earth University and you have not gotten any notification, please email me. Okay, so that we can do that offline, because we're gonna have another discussion which might not benefit those who are here and would like to know more about Earth University and maybe decide in the future if they can apply or not. Okay, so I will start the presentation. I have a few slides to explain exactly what Earth University is, what do you expect, for example, and there I would like you to ask questions on what you want to know more about Earth University. Also, Jacob is here. I'm seeing also Teen Madol and Tennyson. They are they are living experience of what Earth University is, and they can also help me answer some questions. Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to share my screen.
Yeah, sure, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what you see here is It's a topographic representation of what Art University is. Okay, the way you see it in picture, maybe a little bit beautiful in person, but from what you see, the forest, the red building, and all that. That's what Art University is. A very beautiful place that I believe every young person that aspires to make a change in the world should have the experience of being there. Okay, so Art University. So Art University is an international university. Okay, and we are only a one faculty university, which we only focus in agriculture. Okay, I repeat, because I'm sure you're gonna ask me, do you have law doctors? No, we are a one faculty university. We only forgive undergrad. We don't have master's program yet. We only have undergrad program focused on agricultural sciences. Okay, the university is located in Central America, a small country called Costa Rica. So that's what other university is. Uh, So the mission of the university, the reason why the university was formed, is to prepare leaders, basically with ethical values. One of the problem we have in our leadership platforms or structures in the world, not only in Africa, is the part of ethical leaders, people who have human values to contribute to sustainable development and also help, okay, help the society have a prosperous and just communities. So the goal is we come to our university as much as you're studying agriculture, okay, we are trying to mold you into a world leader so that you can go back and try to drive a change in your community, can either be in your country or in the world at large. So basically, how do we achieve that? After we train you, so we believe that all our actions through our graduates, okay, they're able to go to the world and alleviate poverty. They're able to promote and support social justice, and they're able to help or drive communities to achieve sustainable and shared prosperity. Okay, so that is the reward we get after we train our students after 4 years of being our students. So, so we have a very small population. Like I said, we are a one faculty university. Per year, we admit around 120 students per year from more than 40 countries in the world, okay, which includes 10 African countries, 10 to 15 African countries per year. We have more than 400 students in total. We are also gender balance. We have a population of 50 males and 50 females. This is because we believe a change doesn't have gender. It can be driven by either male or female. So the university try to give young persons, either male or female, equal opportunities. Okay. And then also we focus on rural communities. This is where a lot of change and needs are identified. So we give up to 60% of our students come from rural communities. So as you can see here, we have different countries: Haiti, Malawi, Kenya, Honduras, and all those things. And we have on campus more than 45 countries, which includes the students and the faculty. So the faculty also have teachers from all over the world, some from Cameroon, from Canada, from the US, from Costa Rica, and other part of the world. Okay, so it's a multicultural environment of more than 45 countries. Actually, a small world. We're having a quarter of the world. Okay. So the academic model is other universities trying to change the way we have been doing or learning agriculture, which is the common way. You go to class having 6-7 hours of of theory, and then you have a few hours. No, other university is trying to change that. So we're having two approach to that. We have two approach to that on how we learn. Number one is student-centered, okay, learning, and this is where the student is the center or drive the learning process, either alone or together or in groups. They explore challenges and they have active participation. So the professors are not professors, actually. They are facilitators, okay? They facilitate the discussion, the active participation of students. So the student actually, with the task of knowledge, they drive that kind of learning. So it's more of a active learning as compared to a student sitting down in class and having to absorb all the content from one person. No, it's the other way around. They are able to bring up challenges which they can explore together as a group, also as a class. Okay, so the next one is experiential learning. So we focus more. We believe in learning by doing. Okay, if you have not touched it, okay, we're talking about if you haven't seen it, if you haven't touched it, it's so hard to create a curiosity to learn more or to want to understand more. Okay, so most of our classes or most of the classes at the university, around 70% of classes, they are experienced. They are more of active. You are involved either in the farms, either in the lab, either in the community. You are engaged and you are involved in learning. That one helps you create curiosity and also at the same time give you a hand-on experience as you learn as a student. So these are two principles that the university academic model is based on. And in summary, at the university, I would like to show you a small video of what I've just explained, what Art University is in terms of pictures and also a video. Okay. Please let me know if the sound is okay.
It's kind of breaking, John.
Sorry?
Maybe it's breaking. Maybe you did not
It's
hear sound
breaking.
before. Maybe you did not hear sound.
Okay.
You can stop and share sound.
Okay, stop and share sound. Okay. Come on. Minute. Okay. Share layout. Okay.
Okay.
Still
There's
okay
no
or
sound
breaking?
now. There is no sound at all. I think you're going from better to worse now.
Okay.
Turn it back.
It's okay. Okay. The problem is, okay, let me try this. Windows. I can't see where to share sound. It's not showing.
Oh, when you share, okay, when you are sharing the presentation down there.
Oh yeah. I got it. I got it. Now I've seen it. I was having some issues with
I
that.
think there's an option that says you share system sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's now okay. I had some settings in my computer 2 weeks ago, so I forgot to do that. It's now okay?
Yeah, it's now clear.
What is happening in this world right now has been urgent since decades.
The classroom for our students is not a building. The classroom for our students is the forest, the fields. I went to Earth University when I was 23. It gave me the tools to understand the life as a whole ecosystem. What you do have an impact somewhere to someone.
This is more than a university. This is a dream.
Earth University was founded to prepare a new model of higher education. It was established in Costa Rica at the end of the 80s as a way to counter the civil wars, poverty, social conflict that was generalized in the region. The idea was to prepare a professional that is technically sound with training in agricultural sciences, in food processing, in renewable energy, but that also has a mission of preparing communities with a sustainable way of doing everything.
We have 10 students for one professor. We go to the different countries where our candidates apply. We interview them, not once, but twice. And some of those students don't have the opportunity to go to their universities in their countries, but they are here.
We have 50% of our students on full scholarship, 30% of our students have financial support of some kind, and then about 20% can pay tuition. And so we bring a sample of society into campus. We put them together. We let them live as peers. They prepare fields, they plant, they grow, but also they sell products. They put together small companies while they're here.
Most of the universities, they are focusing on knowledge, the technical information. But we want our kids to go outside and not ask for a job, but create jobs.
Every student comes here with the aspiration to change something. So when they go out of Earth, our graduates go to try to change that thing that brought them here in the first place.
In Earth University, we open our minds, open our world. We take care of the environment, of the natural resources, about people, about culture.
When I came here, I don't know anything about agriculture, and now I am like, oh my God, there's too much knowledge, and I have 2 years more. When I graduate, I want to share that knowledge with all my community.
I want to become a food scientist to know more about food wastage, food safety, and how we can have even distribution of food. There are so many people involved in building a sustainable future. Earth has given me that kind of consciousness.
There are a lot of countries where now people are suffering for hunger or they don't have water, so we need to know more about agriculture. I want to help my community have my own farm and be able to make a change, even if it's a little, but I want to make this change.
It's not that you graduate and you see you, farewell, bye-bye. They teach us how to be in a world, developing the world, but in balance with nature, respecting people. Everything comes from nature. Ecuador is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. Conservating this, it's a good business for the world, for the entrepreneur, for the people.
Earth students have that DNA, that grassroots experience, human experience, that will forever mark their decisions and their policies. Policymakers around the world lack that. Many times they are in boardrooms or cabinet meetings, and they either forgot or never really understood what change means on the ground.
We prepare leaders, that they can go out and help this society to be a better society. That's what we are doing.
Earth University is hope. There are 400 students waiting to go out to the world to make the change.
So that's what our university is in pictures. And after 4 years, we are always proud to have our graduates going to the world and creating a change that we like to see. So how can you be part of the university, or how can you participate in the admission process? Okay, so I would like to explain this part in a video, but I would like to put on some very important dates. Number one is we run almost an 8-month admission process. Okay, so we always started, especially for non-Spanish speaking students. Okay, non-Spanish speaking means if you come from a country that doesn't speak Spanish, then your admission process will start always in October, from the 15th of October or 20th of October. We start receiving applicants or applications, and then we close in January. Okay, so from October to January, we close the application. That is the receiving application process. And then now, from if you have not, for example, you have not submitted a complete application by the 31st of January, that is from October, 31st of January, that means you're automatically not able to participate in that year admission process. Okay, so those who submit the application before the 31st of January, we start processing the application, which is going through different series of the process. The first one is reviewing the application, ensuring that you have all the required documents. If you have them, then you proceed now to the next stage, whereby the faculty members review your application and decide if you are shortlisted or not. And then from there, we invite you to participate in the interviews and the exam process. And then after the exam, there's a committee that review the outcome of your interviews and exams. And then you are now awarded an admission, okay? Then from there, depending on your economical status, you're either awarded a scholarship, a full scholarship, or if you are able to pay for yourself, then you are able to pay that, okay? You're able to pay a full tuition. So that's how it is. Now we're having a problem. For example, there are those of students who start the application and then don't finish the application before the 31st. They finish in February. Now you have to wait until October for your application to be reviewed again because the lapse of that year is off. So that's the problem I have with some of the students. Somebody did not finish the application. They finish it in May, okay, and then now they're asking me to review the application. Obviously, you can't continue in that how do you call it, academic year process. Okay, it's from October to August. So I'd like to a small breakdown. So after the student graduates, we have 80% of the students they return to their countries of origin, almost 81%, and the remaining 22% also create their own business. Okay, some create 20% of the students that our graduates go home and create their own businesses to empower the communities and create a change. Okay. Our process is more personalized, like you heard from the videos. So our admission process are personalized. We do one-on-one interviews. So we travel to different countries where we have more than 15 selected candidates. We travel to those countries. We do interviews. We see you. We interview you. We apply the exams in person. Okay. So this is a small video explaining the admission process. Okay.
Hello, I am an admissions
sound is
officer
okay?
at the Earth University, and today
Yes.
I will explain what are the steps you will take in your admission process. Step 1. Application pre-selection. The first thing you should do is go to earth.ac.cr/apply and fill out the form at the bottom of the page with your personal data. When you are done, we will create a username and password for you on our website, and you can start filling out your application. For this stage, we will require 3 letters of recommendation using the PDF template and the grades for the last 3 years of your high school education. To learn more about this process, visit our videos about information to apply and how to fill out your admission application form. After you submit your application, 3 professors from our faculty will evaluate your profile and decide if you are eligible to continue on to the next admission process. If selected, you will receive an email with the next steps to follow. Step 2. Selection. You will carry out in your country an online psychometric test, an academic aptitude test, group and individual interviews. The marks obtained in the exam and the interviews will be evaluated. Depending on your results, it will be determined if you are eligible to continue with the admission process. Step 3. Family socioeconomic study. Congratulations! You are one step away from becoming part of the Earth family. We will send you a socioeconomic study form on which you can indicate the amount of tuition that your family can cover. Based on that information, we will determine if you qualify for some type of financial support or not. Step 4. Admission. You made it! You have been admitted and you will be a part of the future Earth Agents of Change. We are waiting for you in January in the country of the Pura Vida. We will help you in your immigration process and guide you in obtaining your temporary student permit. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write to our WhatsApp numbers or to the emails that you will find in the description of this video.
So that is exactly the admission process for Earth University. So I would like to welcome now a few questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John, for that wonderful presentation. And then it's time now for Q&A. As I said before, raise your hands, and if not, please type your question in the chat and I will read it out loud to John. 15 minutes for doing so. I already have a few questions in my inbox, and I'll wait for others to ask, and then later I will read them out, John, to you.
Okay.
Please, let's hear your voices as well. See, there are a lot of questions in the chat, but your hands. Okay, Emeka, if that's right, you're welcome. Unmute yourself.
Oh, thank you so much
Great.
for Jacob and the team for this program. Thank you, Mr. John, for that wonderful presentation. Yeah, although I had network issues, then I finally joined. So I saw some parts of your presentation where you talked about the admission procedures and all. So I want to know, for somebody who is applying, what are the rules in terms of do nots and does? For instance, some application videos I've watched on interviews say something about maybe reaching out to faculty members and trying to get in touch with faculty members even as your application is ongoing. So what are the don'ts, like things to avoid each time somebody is making an application process? Maybe you may not be elaborate, but are there specific rules that one should ensure to go by while putting out your application? Thank you.
Okay, that's a very good question, and I think I'd like to point out the do and do not. Number one is, okay, we have a very lengthy process, but we are very communicative. Okay, we send at every stage of the process, we send a communication. Okay, now do not is don't contact the faculty members. Okay, because the process is divided in different stages. For example, a faculty member might interview you. Then the next stage, he's not involved in the next stage of selection process because we have a committee that review the results of the interviews and exams and they make the selection. So most of the candidates, they disturb, the one who interviewed them or asking them and get in touch and all that. We only advise you, when you are admitted as a student, you can now reach out to a faculty member who interview you, or they can reach out to you to congratulate you, and you can chat with them because we are sure that you are able to meet them when you go to our university. Okay, that is very, very important. Number two is, look, another thing you do not do is, please, most people don't understand the deadlines. Okay, somebody will send me an application on the 5th of February. And then from there, it's my WhatsApp number, it's my Facebook, my Instagram, every single day. I said, do not, because people send me messages all over. One person can send me almost 10 messages, 5 emails, okay? If I don't reply because I have a lot to do, send me on Messenger. If I don't know Messenger, they send me on Instagram, my personal number. That's the do not, okay? Because I think that is a lot of miscommunication. So that's a do not thing to do, okay? And then the rest is, please, when the deadline is it's out, you know you missed the deadline, and you know you missed the deadline, for example, please adhere to that and wait for the next cycle to happen. What I prefer now is, I used to have WhatsApp, but now it has been abused, for example. So I've sent people back to the email. Somebody will send me 5 hi and want me to reply to that, just hi, okay? Tomorrow, hi. Instead of like, okay, John, I want this and this, so that I can respond to that. So now if I say hi to you, Jacob is saying hi, Tenson is saying hi, then I reply hi, then you send again, how are you? Say how are you? So we're not chatting, we're not getting information exactly how will I help you. And the good thing is you say, hi, Mr. John, I would like to know 1, 2, 3. So that when I see your text, I can be able to reply to that. Okay. So now I send people back to the email, and somebody sent me an email saying, hi, John, I have a question. And then I have to wait to reply. I have a question and leave it there. Instead of writing the question, they say, I have a question, and then I leave it there. Those are don't, okay? Because we're not communicating effectively. And sometimes it can delay you getting a response from me because It's not like we are chatting like me and Tennyson, who is my friend. We can talk the other things. This is, you want information from me that I should provide for you. Okay. So those are done, and that sometimes it cause delay. We also have students when they go to on the website, and then they fill, because you have to fill basic information for you to create a profile. Now is some people will create that today, then after 30 minutes another one, then another one again. They can fill it in one day almost 5 times. If you have filled that one more than once, it will take me like 2-3 days to approve one. Okay, so if you fill it one, don't fill it again. Wait, it will be approved. Okay, but once you have 2 or 3, I have to go now, check each of the 5 that you have sent. Okay, to confirm which one exactly your name. If there's a change in your WhatsApp number or your number, it is a mistake in the email. See now, that one can take like 2-3 days. So please, once you fill it once you fill the form online once, don't repeat it. Okay. So those are a few don'ts. And the do is, I would like to encourage all of you, those who are interested in applying to Art University. I'm sure now there's more information on how to apply to Art University, much more than before. Everything is available online. We have made videos. We have made like second of presentation. We have been having sessions most of the time. So please, it's very important that with all this information that you are getting, I expect people to be able to have an easy way of application, okay? Easy format of applying. Because now you can contact, for example, Education Need All, you can contact the Tennyson organization to guide you through, okay? And that's why we're having this kind of session, so that by the time you're applying, you know which document you need, which document to have, and then you have your application, okay? So that at least we expect you, with all this information, you're able to have an easy way of applying to our university, okay, without a struggle. But please keep the deadlines. That is very, very important. Make sure that the deadlines are there, confirm the deadline with your colleague, confirm, okay, with the deadlines and all that, okay? I think I've answered that question. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. John. Sorry, moderator. Can I
Yes.
ask one more question, please?
Is that a follow-up question or is it like different?
Yes, it's more like a follow-up question.
Okay, really quick.
Yeah, so now I've known for some Nigerians, some of us made that mistake of maybe following the postgraduate and graduate application method, where you get to communicate with the faculty, and also we know now we're not going to make that mistake again. Then my next question is, most of us didn't, get to know about Earth University in Nigeria. Really, myself, I didn't know. It was online I discovered, so I started making my research. So I want to know if maybe somehow some of these information sessions can be held for Nigerian students. I believe I can bet you any Nigerian that knows about that university must have known it through maybe a family friend or family member. So I want to plead with the admissions office to please, how do you organize these information sessions for many Nigerians like me who did not know about this opportunity at all? So that would be helpful for us too. Then I was going to say that what is actually the age bracket for applying to Earth University? You go to the internet, there are many confusing things about the age bracket. So I want to hear from the admissions unit now, please, what is the age bracket, so that we'll be very sure about that. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, the last question, the age bracket is less than 26 years old. Okay, you're supposed to be, by the time you're applying, maximum 26, you are supposed to be not younger than 17 years, okay? If you're 16, you can apply. Actually, no, now if you're not 18, unless you can apply when you're 17, but knowing that maybe you'll be 18 in the next 2 to 3 months, okay, before we finish the application. Why is that? Because in Costa Rica, there's a law that prohibits, okay, underage to be, for example, if we were to meet you as an underage, okay, your parents are supposed to give a full custody to the school president, not even to the school president, okay? And when you come to campus, you can't, there's certain places you cannot go without you asking the school president. For example, you can't just go out the way you want. You're supposed to get permission from that. And we have had issues, for example, of one student who came from, I think it was from Guatemala, underage, and then she after the holiday, she just booked the flight and went to the airport, and they stopped her. And the president was not on campus. They had to call the president when he was in the US for a conference to come and give that young girl a permission. Imagine, because it's like your own child. So those things, the university has tried by all means. Either you apply at 17 years old, but should be 18 by the time you get an admission. Okay, and then maximum age is 36 or 26, sorry, 26 and below. And then on the part of these sessions, for example, now they are organized by educational need all. Also, if you guys organize yourself in Nigeria, I'm available now. It's online, so if you have a group of 10, 15 people who like to know more about other university virtually, I can avail myself. Okay, so anytime.
Okay, thank you so much, John. I think we're running out of time. There are a few questions that I would read out in chats. Someone was asking about financial aid. They said they applied last year and they were offered like half of it. And then he was asking, what can I do to make it better so that I get a full ride scholarship?
Okay, so the financial aid, the issue we have is we have fewer scholarship. Okay, mostly now we have we have this year we have only 12 scholarship from the Mastercard Foundation, and out of 12 scholarship, we last year we received 300 applicants. Okay, out of 500, we received 300 who went through the process on a full time. Okay, now out of 300, yeah, we are just many of them, almost 80% of them, they're asking for a full scholarship. Okay, so you can imagine we're having a group of 8 students who have qualified with all the requirements. We're only going to pick 12. Okay, so in that occasion, most people, even if they are qualified with all the requirements, it's because of lack of the scholars, the scholarship, they are left out. It's not because they did not meet the criteria. But now, for example, if you have 80 and you're only asked to pick 12, what do you do? Even the best will remain out. Okay. So that was one of the problems the university is facing. It's not most people have been asking me where did I go wrong and all that. And to be honest, they had how do you call it? They had the same marks as who was entered, but now we have to make a choice between you or me. But we're the same. Okay. So it's one of the problems. Mostly it's lack of the scholarship. It's not basically on the you did not meet the threshold or you not qualify for that. Some try twice and the second time, luckily they get it. Okay.
So that's mean it's a luck afterwards since you all have all the qualifications.
Sometimes.
How do you definitely like get those ones, like the lucky ones? Just close
Okay,
your eyes and
like
cycle their names.
no, definitely we don't close our eyes. We don't close our eyes, but we have a few indicators that we can say, okay, so and so is better than the other one. Yeah, a few indicators, but they're not like not something I can tell you like, okay, this is what you don't need now. It's just a small indicators, maybe through the interviews and all those small indicators that can just, but it doesn't really constitute so that you do not qualify. If we had opportunities, maybe even you could have been among those who could have been picked. Just they're sort of different. I remember, for example, we had an opportunity. Was it 2 years ago? We just got lately. We confirmed a scholarship from a lady from Guatemala. An old woman said that I would like to sponsor someone from Guatemala on a full scholarship, and we were in the office. We had like 3 of them, same on the reserve list, and we were like, okay, so what do you do? And it was almost late. It was almost finishing of the year. They're supposed to be arriving. We're like, okay, let's ask them who has a passport, and just the person who has a passport who got the scholarship. There were 3. One person has a passport. You see, and then she was given that because she can travel anytime. You see, this kind of reasoning. She said that means that she's now ready. If I give somebody without a passport in that time frame, for example, let's say you are required to be in Costa Rica in a week time so that you can start your classes. I cannot give Tennyson because Tennyson now doesn't have a passport. We'll have to go and look for the passport. That is another 3 weeks, 1 month. You come late, okay? So you see, are those small differences? That's gonna be those small differences that sometimes determine, okay? Which is sometimes it can come to luck because maybe it was meant to be yours and you get it, okay? Yes, somebody is asking in the group about the language of instruction. Yes, the language of instruction is in Spanish. So all non-Spanish speaking candidates who come from Africa, from the US, from Asia, from Europe, they are required to come to our university in August of every year. That's why, for example, our admission process takes almost 8 months. So now, for example, those who applied last year, those who applied last year in November, they were admitted 2 weeks ago, and now we require them to come to Costa Rica between August and September to start the Spanish program. Okay, because they'll start their classes in January.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, John. My internet is kicking me out for whatever reason. There are like a lot of questions in the chat, but I think we'll like direct them to you later and then send them to our WhatsApp groups. So thank you so much for that presentation. It was insightful. And I'm so sure those who are willing to apply to Earth University will definitely reach out to you. And then again, don't forget, it's not matter of hi. Go straight to whatever you want to say. Communicate better, okay? After that point, let's applause John. So our next presenter would be Tyson. If you're ready with your presentation, you're more than welcome. You have, I don't know how long your presentation is, but 10 minutes of presentation and then 10 minutes of questions afterward.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. No, we
No,
cannot
we
hear
can't
you.
hear you
We can't hear you.
anymore.
You can't hear me?
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so my name is Tennyson again, and I'm from Malawi, and I'm currently a graduate student at the University of Florida in the US, and also programs director for RIE, which is Research Institute and Youth Empowerment in Malawi, which has also partnered with INA to bring sessions. And also, I was a student at F University, so I graduated in 2023. That's why I think John was saying that we can also answer some questions. So I'm going to share a bit of information also on, especially on what you can do or how to look for opportunities after graduating from bachelor's degree. So the first thing first is you really need to avoid scam by looking for reliable sources of information, source of opportunities. So we always ask which are reliable source of opportunities. These are the sources that I'm actually going to share with you today. Actually, some of them from official websites that can actually give only information that is trusted, not for someone who can actually look for money from you again. So
Okay, Tyson, someone is saying your volume is a little bit low. So if you could.
okay, can you? I'll shout a bit. So what I was saying is that you have to look for reliable sources of information when you're looking for opportunities. So the first reliable source that I could say is opportunitydesk.org. This is a very big website that shares a lot of information on conferences, scholarships, competitions, grants, fellowships, and even jobs. So these are trusted, and the opportunitydesk.org, they take information from organizations that have a very good reputation in hiring people and also in providing scholarships. And even those universities or organizations, they know that opportunitydesk.org is there, and they also send those information to them so that they can reach out to many people. So you just have to navigate, and they post a lot of opportunities on a daily basis, and you can see, and also they also indicate which ones are the deadline, also the criteria that are required for someone to apply. The other page that I would recommend you guys to use is opportunities for Africans.com. And this one, as the name suggests, it only provides opportunities for Africans. So they sent a lot of also scholarships and also competitions or grants or fellowships, internships, and for Africans only, not for others that are outside the continent. So actually, these are opportunities that as Africans we can always look into and also apply. This is another one, a page, as well as the organization with the money. So this is Mastercard Foundation. Mastercard Foundation. I think we all know Mastercard because it's related to money or related to banks. But these guys have a very big foundation that sponsors a lot of people to go through secondary education and also tertiary education. They actually started in 2012 and they have supported more than 45,000 Africans since they started. So it's a very big organization that work with different partnering institutions. On secondary level, they actually work with some other organization that I know, like CAMFED, which is Campaign for Female Education. That is for secondary level. But for tertiary level, they work with different partnering institutions. Actually, F University is one of them. So what I have to say is that these partnering universities, or when you want to apply for this program, you don't apply directly to Mastercard Foundation. You apply through partnering investors, and these partnering investors have different timelines. Different times they call for applications. So it's a matter of trying to go through first the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program, and then look at the list of those universities and look into each university's website and see when they are open for applications. So these are just it's a few examples of the partnering institutions or universities. For undergraduate studies, for example, there is American University of Beirut, F University, where John works and where I was too, and Kwame Nkrumah University, African Leadership University, University of Western Cape. Mind you, these are universities with big reputation, universities that are trusted to offer world-class education. On graduate studies, there are universities like McGill University, University of Edinburgh, University of Pretoria, University of California, Berkeley, as well as University of Cambridge. You might have you have seen these names somewhere, and they are names that are really known for world-class education. And there are many more when you go to that page for Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. Now, if you're looking for specifically for opportunities in masters or PhD, sometimes these opportunities are not really published or advertised in the website that I shared before, like opportunitydesk.org or Opportunities for Africans, all Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. Sometimes you have to go to university's website. You have to visit the university that you want to apply to. Okay, so why am I saying that? Because not always these universities actually share these opportunities. So to do that, um, I'll show you how I'll end the presentation first and try to share uh, real quick on how we search for such opportunities. Okay, so okay, so the first thing first is, are you able to see my website?
Yes.
Okay, first thing first, you know your area of study, and then through your area of study, you have to know which country is your dream country. For example, in this case, if you want USA, then you have to search the area of study and also universities actually that are offering courses in your area of study. In my case, I'm into agriculture. So I'll search for universities in the US that offer courses in agriculture. So from that list, I see, for example, there is Cornell University. So I'll just go on Google and put keywords Cornell University agriculture. It doesn't have to make sense grammatically, just with those keywords. When I press enter, it will come with the specific college, which is College of Agriculture and Life Sciences at Cornell University. So when I open that, first thing that I have to see is what are the schools and departments that this college has. So when I go to schools and department, I'll have to go down to check those departments. So here on academic departments, I'll just go with the first one, which is animal science. If I click on that, I'll go to about, and then I check on people. Why am I emphasizing on this? I'm emphasizing on you going to people and not just going to how to apply to the university, because most of the universities in the US, they don't want you to apply directly to the university. When you want to apply for master's or PhD, they want you to look first if they are faculty members in the university that have funding that they can sponsor you, because most of the universities in the US, they have their professors that have laboratories. So in those laboratories, they receive funding, and that part of funding, they provide scholarships to students. So if I go to people, I will have to look for faculty. If I go on faculty, for example, I'll go on this professor to see, firstly, to see what is the kind of research that she does. So if I look at the research interests of this professor and I see my experience and also interest, if they match, then I have to go to the website that is for her lab. In this case, as you can see on this page, there are team members that you can see there. There is research that they do. You click on research and see what is the kind of research that they do. Okay, this lab shows to seem to have research area to be genomics, and then you can also check on the recent publication that they have done, as well as the expectation that they have in the lab to graduate students and also some other members. So, but you can see this also button that says join us. This will give information on what they want you to do to join that lab. So in this case, since you are looking for masters and PhD, you look on the part for prospective student, and they have all the list of the things that they need you to meet for you to apply. In this case, it's an official transcript for bachelor's or master's. There is a statement of research or statement of purpose where you have to explain yourself, your background, and how you think your background fits with the research interest of the lab and how you are going to contribute actually to that lab. But sometimes when you want to say in other universities, this is just a good example of a university that in this lab, they provide all this information. But some labs or some professors, they don't really provide all this information. They don't even have this part where you have to search for join. So in that case, you look for the research interest that professor is having, and then you have to send what we call a cold email, asking if they have funding for for masters or PhD, because they have not said anywhere that they are looking for students, but they might be looking for students, only that they have not posted on their website. So how do you do that? You write an email that is very simple and short, asking if they have opportunities for masters or PhD. So how you write, this is how I'm going to show you how you write. Firstly, the subject has to be very clear and addressing the topic that you are actually trying to tackle. In this case, you are trying to inquire if they have the lab had or the professor has opportunities for graduate studies. So you have to specify the field of study because, for example, in this case, it's animal science. So you are looking for graduate studies. You're inquiring for graduate opportunities in graduate studies in animal science. So you have to put in the topic, and then you go ahead. Dear Dr. Tennyson, for example, is just an example. I'm not a doctor, but you put the name of that professor, and then you introduce yourself, you say your name, and then you also mention that you are a recent graduate from a university that, of course, you're going to write here with a major that you know you are going to write here also. And write that you're expressing an interest in pursuing graduate studies in the field. That means you also have to write your name. This is very important because you have to know that the professor that you're applying to is in a specific field, in this a particular field. You cannot write one email all the professors because they have different interests. So, and specify that you want to actually learn something specifically in what in the area of interest that that professor is into. And after that, you have to mention that you have followed how you found the professor. Is either you are following some publication that they've been doing, since I showed you how to check on publications in the in lab's website, and also you can even uh, just mention that you are looking for a professor that can match your interests, and then you looked on the website and you saw that what the research that they do is what you are really interested in. So you also express that you have a very good background or experience that can help you to meaningfully contribute to the research of that lab. So you also have to write something about, um, or you ask something that you don't have. In this case, what don't you have is something, is a meeting. So you ask for a meeting. So you are going to mention that you are eager to learn more about the potential graduate opportunities that they have in their group, as well as you have to attach the CV so that they check your CV to see if you really fit their research interests, and then ask for a meeting because you can be able to explain a lot about your background and your also experience that you have, because this email is supposed to be short, so you can't explain all what you have or all the skills and experience that you have. And that's how you will they normally some of them they will answer, some they will not answer, but it's okay if they don't answer. It's okay if they answer, it's also okay, because you don't expect them to answer to every email because they receive a lot of emails. Just as John said, some of them they receive email just saying hi, and those emails they saturate their inbox. So for them to really know to see your email on time, sometimes it's difficult. Of course, you can write a follow-ups. I normally do write follow-ups after 2 weeks if I see that I'm not been responded to. Yeah, but this is how short and simple your email.
Tyson, we can't hear you anymore.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. And just to add, you can now wrap up with your presentation if possible.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
this is actually the end of my presentation.
Great.
Sure. If you have any question, let me know.
Thank you so much, Tyson, for that wonderful presentation. And if any one of you have a question, then please raise your hands or type it in the chat. I will read it loud for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we can proceed with the other presentation. Then maybe if there's
Okay.
any question, maybe the rest will.
All right. Since we don't have questions in the chat or no one raised their hands up, we can continue with Jacob. Jacob, you can go ahead with your presentation. And thank you so much, Tyson, for that presentation. That was awesome.
Yep. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. First of all, thank you so much, John, in your absence, and Tennyson, for the wonderful presentation. Actually, we really enjoy, and even though I'm a student, I have some time when I listen to this presentation, it empowers me a lot. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, John, and thank you, Tennyson, for taking us through on how to get opportunities, how to avoid scam, and how to get masters for US. So, and I would like to thank everyone for joining today. On my side this morning, so maybe on your side, most of you, maybe from Africa, it's evening. So I can say thank you for joining. I'm by name Jacob Denbolding, a master card scholar at House University, and the founder of ENA. So we as a ENA team, we try by all means to give out the little we have, so that you get more information about the opportunities, because we know that there are a lot of opportunities outside here, but people have less access to them. So how do we make these opportunities that are not accessible to large number of people? This is where we come in as ENA and another organization like Research Institute and Youth Empowerment in Malawi. So and another youth initiatives. So this is what we do. So thank you so much for joining. So one of the quotes that was posted on ENA page, Facebook page, is that the sooner you seek out opportunities, the sooner you begin to build the life you deserve. So sometimes there are opportunities, but sometimes we ignore. We don't, because of ignorance, we don't give self our time to search for them. We don't commit ourselves to look for opportunities. Sometimes we think that opportunities may come on our way, and then we just get them like that. When you see someone maybe under a scholarship, that person took a lot of time researching, took a lot of time consulting mentors, took a lot of time creating network. So you need your work. So these opportunities, yeah, they're available. So they can be made accessible to you. But how can you get them without commitment? So this is where you come in also to do your part. So to seek out the opportunities as soon as possible, as they cheered. So we see some time when we cheer on our line. Some people, they don't have interest, but at times someone can text you and tell you, how can I get into scholarship and all this, and they know the page. So even someone who know the page personally will contact you personally and ask some questions that they are supposed to get from the page. So we encourage you to follow ENA on Facebook and LinkedIn, and also on Instagram. And you can also join our WhatsApp group if you are interested. So it's open to everyone. So one of the questions that someone may ask is, what are the benefits of scholarship opportunities? Yes, we all know this. Everyone knows the benefit, and that's why we all search for opportunities. Yes, but sometimes you also need to sit down and ask yourself, why are you looking for opportunities? Why are you looking for scholarship opportunities? So what will you benefit at the end of the day? So first of all, I think one of the main reasons is financial support, which does not end from there. So you cannot only get financial support from the scholarship. There are a lot of things that you can also get that. So scholars who are under different scholarship or who have been under different scholarship, they can tell you the benefit of scholarship. So one of them is financial support. Another one is access to quality education. So you will get financial support to assess the quality education that you want. Another thing is also recognition and merits. So when you get a scholarship, you will have that recognition. So in the global society, so you are a scholar. So another thing is maybe academic and professional development. So there's some scholarship that provide capacity building for the scholars. So when you get the scholarship, you will not only have access to financial support and quality education only. So that quality education may be comprised of a lot of things that involve capacity building and other skill that you will learn, and that's soft skill that you will learn along the way in your scholarship. So that's one of the things. So you will be developed academically as you pursue your academic studies, and also professionally as you also get along, getting some other capacity building, and also it also promote diversity and innovation. So when you get to different places, it promote diversity. Like for me, I'm at Harvard University in Costa Rica, where there are a lot of countries. So when I came here, I was able to interact with almost all African countries. So because you see all the representative here, like almost 30 countries or more than that. Before I came here, I'm a South Sudanese. Before I came here, I've never met Nigerian before. I just see them on movies and all this. But when I came to our university, I started interacting with them. I also start interacting with them online. Like I'm happy to see my friend Emeka here today. So he's my best friend on LinkedIn. So it's through this. So this opportunity, they open for you, they open you a door for you to meet different people, create diversity and promote innovation. So you learn from different people. So that's one of them. So you interact with people, you learn new language. Like for us here, we are learning Spanish, and also interacting with people who speak different languages. So it's very, very important, not only just academic and also professional development, but you also learn how to interact with a different part of the world and how to celebrate diversity. So another thing is networking and mentorship. So you also gain mentorship from different places, like what we are doing now, and also networking. So we meet with different people from different places. So these are just this is just a summary of, or there are some viewpoint of the benefit of scholarship opportunities, and you get more and more. The list is long. So okay, now, so when you are applying for opportunities, so we say like one of the things, there are global opportunities. You can maybe get opportunities in the country that you are in your own country. There are some scholarship opportunities, or you can site outside the world. Maybe you leave your continent, or you site within the continent to get the scholarship within the continent. Sorry, I'm admitting someone here. Okay, so one thing, when you are searching, you also need to see the country that is going to host that. That is, sometimes we can have a specific scholarship or specific country that we want to apply. Like Tennyson said before, if you want to apply to US, now you start searching. Maybe you start searching like universities in US that course that you want and all those, and you start contacting people that you know maybe are in US, or just online. You can get connection without even knowing someone, but you can just know someone online, and you get opportunities. So it is very important. So you can be able to see, like, for opportunity, try to check either on for undergraduate or postgraduate without just going, because sometimes you see opportunity and they say apply and you go direct and you apply. So if you don't know which category, it may waste your time. Maybe you may apply for postgraduate while you are undergraduate. So that one may waste your time. So you need to check the opportunity very well. So it's check the eligible countries. See if your country is eligible for that opportunity or not. Because sometimes you may also get the other opportunity that are specific. They may say this number, they need maybe student from Nigeria, South Sudan, maybe Kenya, Uganda, or your country may not even be there. So if your country is not eligible, please don't waste your time, because you may just apply, but at the end of the day, you may not even be considered because your country is not eligible due to a reason that is known to them. So check all the eligibility, whether your country is eligible, whether you're eligible. So this way you come with requirement. So you check the requirement. So the requirement that they need, are you eligible? Do you have all those requirements? Or if you don't have them at the moment and you are able to have them, start straight away, because there's some scholarship that may take a long time. There's scholarship that may take short time of application. So see the length of the scholarship and the requirement that are needed. So if you are able to gather your requirement within a very short time, then gather them and then apply. If not, then gather them. And if you have interest in that scholarship, maybe apply next time, or gather your requirement, because we always have almost the same requirement I will mention later. So gather those requirements and then wait for scholarships that may unveil, or search online, or search us in groups like on WhatsApp, like in HENA, us in case there are any scholarship that is shared. Sometimes some people may join, and then they get the opportunity that's already been shared. So us, if there are opportunities or there are updates, and you can be instructed. Another thing, checks on deadline very well. That's the most important thing. Say that you work on time. So most of the time I see, like in our WhatsApp group, most of the students, they will wait for deadline. If it is like 2 days now, like 2 days left or 1 day, they will not start asking this scholarship requirement and all these things and all. And they say deadline is today, please, it is urgent, help us. please don't put people on pressure, because people they have different things that they're doing. Like for me, you come and put me on pressure, you say it is urgent and this, and you have been there in the group seeing messages and you do not want to consult me. Now you want to consult me when it is only one day. You need help maybe for your essay to be reviewed and other things. So please try to always check deadline, say that you work on your application on time. So that thing can help a lot. It can help your mentors to help you. It can also help you to gather your requirement in a very short time. Or it can help you apply before the deadline, and that one can really help. So how to prepare for an application? So I've just mentioned some of them before. So research the scholarship, check the eligibility criteria, and then gather all the required document for the scholarship. So here, maybe there are some scholarship that needs statement of purpose and also personal statement. So if the scholarship need this, then you need to draft your statement of purpose or your personal statement based on the course that you're applying in connection with your story. Because all the people, they want to hear your story. Why you want that? Maybe if you're applying, you have interest in agriculture. So why do you like agriculture? You're not just saying that I am passionate about agriculture. So why are you passionate? That's the most important question. Yeah, you're passionate, but why are you passionate? So you then a story behind that, or you're just passionate because people are just seeing people like agriculture or another things. So you need to connect your story. So why do you like that? Because there must be a reason of why you choose that course to study, and that reason will make you focus on that, and it will make you make great impact at the end. So that's the reason why they need to see they need to see your story connected to the course that you are applying. Because if your story is connected, then you will focus, and you will try by all means to create impact, such that your story will not repeat itself, or such that most of the people with the same story will benefit. So that's how it works. So another thing for you to effectively win that scholarship, you may have all the requirement, you may have all the essays that are needed, but if your essays are not of more quality, or if they are not of quality, then you can still lose at the end of the day, even if you have everything. So here, there's a need for you to involve other people. This way, Anna, team, and other members, and all other people that you know that can help you in reading your application. So send your application before you submit it, and that's why it's good to work before time. Before you submit your application, send it to someone that you trust, that person, when they go through it, they will give you good recommendations. They will maybe edit, they will give you good ideas on maybe how to modify your essays and other things. Because sometimes when football players are playing, they don't know whether they're not playing well. The fan, those who are outside the field, are the one who knows how the players well. So, and that's why they shout sometimes. They say kick like this, do like this. It's not because they play more than the players, but when they are seeing players outside, they see the weakness. That's the same. So when you cheer to someone, your mentor, doesn't mean that your mentor is more knowledgeable than you. But when the second party, when they see the thing, then they will observe what you did not add. So most of the time I do that a lot. So it's not like you are not that you are weak if you share. Because all the time when I write my essays, because I mess up a lot of time, most of my colleagues don't know. I will be skipping a lot of words, because I will be saying in my mind and skip a lot of words. So most of the time I contact a lot of people, more than 5 or 10 people review my essays. So because each one may have a different perspective, each one may have a different angle of how they see my essays. So I will see the recommendation and put them and see which one will work best. So it is very important to have people that can help you in reading your application or reading your essays. So that thing is very, very important. So another thing, so now coming to the required documents, as I said before, if you are really planning to go for a scholarship, because there are some people who don't want to go for a scholarship, actually, like in your country, if you are contented with what you are doing, maybe it's because you are studying with the university or with the environment, then there's no need for you to go for a scholarship. You don't want to get all those benefits that I said before, like maybe being financed because you're already in a good financial state. So then there's no need. So maybe what you can need, maybe is you have national ID or passport, maybe in case you want to travel anytime. But if you want a scholarship, these are the required documents that you can go through or that you can prepare, whether you are looking for an undergraduate opportunity or you're looking for postgraduate opportunity. So you always need to have this required document in place. One of them is a passport or ID. So you should have all these special ID for your country. Sometime when you don't have passport, you can apply using ID. But when they can consider you, but you must look for passport because you cannot cross to other country without passport. So that's one of the requirements you need to have in place if you want to start searching for a scholarship. So you need to have passport. Another thing, so when you are looking for passport, maybe they will ask for passport photos. Maybe for other scholarship or other opportunity, they need passport photos for you to scan and put. So you need to have those. And maybe all academic results or certificates. There's some scholarship, there's some opportunity like for us university. They ask for result slip or transcript. I mean, from senior one up to senior three, and your certificate. The reason why they ask that, they know that we are human. Sometimes you may be a good student from senior one to senior three, but when you come to senior four, maybe in your final exam, you may have some difficulties or some challenges or some obstacles that are facing you. Maybe you might have some challenges, maybe financial challenges or family challenges that may let you lose your focus. And at the end of the day, you don't score the point that you want. So they will review your result now from first year or from one to the last, such that they see the average. So if you have been performing well, then they will know that you are a good student. Only that you might have been having some challenges. Then they will judge. So they will not judge you because of the final results. So there's some scholarships that need especially Mastercard scholarship. They always need other results transcript, so that they see your academic journey, how you have been going. So if you have been doing well, and at the end of the day you not do to the maximum of the point that you want, then they can still consider you, and then they now interview you to see to judge now from what they see. So this is why they have some time for transcript, because people are different. So there are some good students who may score low mark at the end, and there are some students who have not been doing well, but because of in South Sudan they call it matured. So because they might have cheated exam, they just come and score good mark. So if you are in that range, they will now judge. They will now see. So and that's why sometimes they may not even shortlist some student who have good point, and they shortlist some student with good point, with low point. That's the reason. So if you go through your academic journey and they see that you have been failing, and then at the end you match, they will say no, there must be something behind this. So you need to have all this. You need to have your transcripts. Even not, I know in South Sudan it's very difficult for most of the schools. Sometimes you may not have all the transcripts. Try to engage your teachers, your head teachers, and your school to give you transcript. They are very, very important. So
Jacob.
Okay, thank you. So there are also some requirements like international languages, like SAT, like TOEFL, so maybe Duolingo, or maybe this time there's some universities that consider Duolingo and TOEFL. All this, if your scholarship maybe needs this, then you need to start before time. You need to start looking for them. You need to start looking for TOEFL, how to go for it, or how to look for sit for IELTS and all other international maybe for masters and postgraduate. You need to have your research in place, or if you are still doing your masters, you need to have a good research, or you're doing undergraduate, you need to have a good research, and that research will help you, because sometimes they ask for research, and that one can help you. So this is how you apply. You create your account in some scholarship. Some scholarship you apply direct. They will give you maybe a Google form to apply. Maybe for some scholarship you have to create your personal account, and then you will be uploading your document. You go through, maybe you upload essays like personal statement, maybe statement of purpose, and there you have to submit. So however much you fill in all and you don't submit at the end of the day and the deadline first, then they will not allow you, because you're not submitted. So sometimes they can even see that you have been going through, because they will see, but you're not submitted, so you're not eligible. So make sure when you are applying, try to submit. One of the most important things that you need to, that I want you not to leave, for a student who is still in secondary school, at least this is one of the most important things, that is scholarship. This time they needs very well. So you need to be actively participating in school activities. You need to join leaderships. You need to try by all means to have some awards. These things will help you a lot, because scholarship nowadays, they don't only need the results. They need leaders. Like Mastercard scholarship, maybe for Mastercard scholarship, you cannot easily get Mastercard scholarship if you have not been involved in yourself in leadership activities in the school. Because what they need people who will go back and give back to the society. And how can you give back to the society if you don't have that interest of giving back? You start having the interest of giving back in your school by giving the little that you have, sharing with your friend, being a free pex, joining the club and working for the school. environment.
Okay, Dan, can you please allow some people to join in? They're waiting.
Okay, that's the problem. Okay, maybe let me do this. Okay. So please try by all means to participate in the school activities. If there are no clubs, create them. Create the clubs, persuade the student to join, talk with the school administration, and start doing something. Those things will help you in your application. And those are the things that will make you stand out of thousands of applicants that apply for that scholarship. So maybe there are some of the things that general tip that you need to have. I think my time is up, and these are the things that you need to have. You need to look for special skills. Maybe you need to have a good essays. Yeah, you need to go to a authentic site, maybe to apply, and maybe you need to reach out to your network, reach out to people. Like we have in our WhatsApp group, we have in a page. Go there and contact someone. So also you need to ensure that you have strong references. You need to contact your maybe professors or people or mentors. Maybe start your application process early, and also you don't need to miss deadlines. And one of the things you also need to do, try by all means to be yourself. Some people may say that no, you are very weak, you are not eligible for a scholarship. No, don't be yourself. Don't depend on people. As long as you see that you are eligible, try. People may doubt you, but try. So some of the mistakes that you don't need to do, like you don't need to copy and paste the application. Sometimes this one of the things that students always do. Some students, they ask me sometimes to write for them essays. Like they ask me, Jacob, write for me an essay. That thing cannot work, because when you are writing essay, you have to write your story. And my story is different from your story. So if I come and write your story, my story in your application, it may not work. Another thing, if I write an essay, let me say you just graduate from secondary school, and I'm in the university, or maybe I have experience in writing essays. I've been writing a lot of essays, different competition, and I also have experience in writing essays. If I come and write your essay, people will know that this is a professional essay, not yours. They can detect. So they will say, no, this is professional. So what you can do, instead of copying and paste, just write your rap. Sometimes I sacrifice my time and help a student. If I see you really need help, like you write your own, even if it was poor grammar or it is not well structured, I will come and demolish it and start again, because I've seen you have a potential and you really need it. But you just want me to start from a page, starting writing yours. It's quite hard. So these are the things that you need to avoid. Don't have mentors write for you. Don't copy and paste the essays. Don't miss deadline. Please try to mark your deadline. Write down the deadline in your books if you have a lot of opportunities. And then you don't need to rush application. So if you apply, then go through it very well, and then you apply. I'm victim of this. Sometimes I write things because I have a lot of things to do. I will do this and write it, send, do this, do that. So, but it's very, very important to be organized. Try to take time for that, and then go through it very well, because it is once for a lifetime. So go through it very well and consult others, and then you submit. You will have high chances of winning. So thank you so much. This is the end of my presentation. It is said that victory belongs to those that believe in it most and longest, and it's the longest. So when you believe in victory, so please, you can win and be successful. Thank you so much. Always contact us. Those are my contacts, and you are always free to contact us at ENA. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joko, for that wonderful presentation, though you have taken a lot of time. But that was so insightful, and it was so helpful for those who want to apply for scholarships. So I'm going to only allow one person to ask the question. I see Kwal, hands up. So if you can unmute yourself and talk.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, you're very clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Like that's some two questions that I would like to ask. The first one, I have seen some scholarship that demand application fee, and as Jacob explained, he has laid out some requirements, but I haven't seen it's a application fee. So that doesn't mean that because we have this kind of scamming, doesn't mean that if a scholarship requires application fee, then it's likely to be a scam, or can it also be authentic? I I need to know, and I think it goes to all of you, if you, especially those who have experience in applying. Yeah. Another thing, uh, especially in the West, in the United States, most of the scholarship, like they would require this English proficiency, and especially the GMAT, the GRE. If a scholarship requires a GRE and you don't have it, you have an IELTS or TOEFL, would it be a waste of time if you apply and use the IELTS, for example? Or can you give it a try and maybe you might emerge victorious? Like, what can you do in that circumstance? Otherwise, thank you so much. I'm Kuala, South Sudanese, but currently in South Korea.
Okay.
Okay, I think Jacob, you can take it from there.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paul, for your wonderful questions. One of the first, maybe to answer your first question about the application fee. So school, universities, different universities, they have different criteria. There are some universities that have application fees. It is must for them, you have to pay application fee. Maybe when you're applying for a scholarship. That one does not mean that it is a scam. And at the same time, such a school also, there are some, those schools, they have, they also examine, or they also waive the admission fee. Like, let me give an example of HSC University in Ghana. It's one of the Mastercard partner. So they have application fee, but when you write to them for them to examine your application fee, due to the reason, like the reason that you have, then they can waive the fee, and then you apply free. So sometimes students may not know that. They may not know that it can be examined. But what you can do sometimes, when you get that scholarship and you see it is authentic, because you need to see it is authentic source or no. So then send to them email, because the admission officers are always there online. They always have emails. Send them an email and tell them that I've seen that your university need an admission fee, but because of this and that, I cannot be able to pay admission fee. Doesn't mean I cannot be able to apply for the scholarship. Try to ask them. There's some schools that have that program where they can examine the fee. And there's some school that will say, no, you have to pay, it's a must. So this way now you can struggle and also play a role. So if it is a university that needs fee, and you see that there are high chances of you winning because of the requirement that you see, like you really fit there, then pay that fee. It will be like another man that you use, and you are no longer like you forgot it. You have forgotten it. So what you can just do, pay that fee. You see, you have high chances of winning. And most of the time, they're not much, like maybe $50 or $100 blow. So most of the time it's like that. So when you see, but before that, you need to ask people. You need to ask experts. Try to ask people whether this one is a authentic source or a scam, because there are a lot of scam outside there. Some people, they may scam you to get that little money of yours. So that's what you need to do on that. About the language or English proficiency. So what you need to do, you need to see if they are very specific, because sometimes they may say international languages, and they give example like this, and they may leave out the international language that you have, but they might not have not included it, but it is also possible they can allow it. So there you need to reach out. So before you apply, you need to reach out, and that's why it is very important. Research. You need to reach out to them, write an email to them before you try everything. Send an email, or you ask people that you think may have knowledge of that. So that's what you need to do. So I can just simple answer like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Mading, you said you have a question, but you can raise your hands. You can type it in the chat, and then I will ask on your behalf. Okay, and if not, I don't know if I'm
Can I ask
impatient.
another question? Maybe, sorry, because of the time.
Is that call?
Yes.
May you please type it in the chat because we're like out of time. Okay, I think we have come to an end of this program. Thank you so much, everyone that joined in today. And don't forget to also send out this information to your friends. I know a lot of them might be like struggling with internet issues, and be a resource as well. Like Anna, we appreciate we're being resourceful, and as well, like people that join us, we expect you to be resourceful to your friends as well. And then to end the program, I think like most of you like got some advice from our presenters, but also I would love to wrap up with a few points or like some point of advice. One is to communicate effectively. As John said, avoid highs. Yeah, I appreciate you greeting me, but at the same time, what are you communicating? I need to go, like, I need you to go straight because I'm busy doing my stuff. I'm also busy replying other people. And if only you're going to tell me I am not honestly going to answer you, say hi and go straight to your point. So that at that point, I will prioritize which information to reply on time and which one not to. So with that, keep in mind, avoid eyes. And then as Jacob said, plan ahead. Most of us, like, we're all students in college, and then we have a lot of things at hand, personal issues as well. So please make sure that if you want a mentor to help you, make sure you plan on time and inform them as well, such that they know they're going to like help you, either editing or maybe writing recommendations. So don't be like, if the application is 2 weeks from now, then you send them an email like a week before submitting things. So please make sure you plan your time wisely and also reach out to the person that you need help from, because they also have other personal issues. And then do research. You have your phones, you have laptops. So please make sure that you do research before coming to me as a mentor. Because it's kind of awkward if you say, okay, I want to apply to this university. If I ask you, what do you know about that university? Nothing. You have your phone, you only use it for WhatsApp, Facebook, social medias, things that are not benefiting you. Try now to like go back and like use your phone for things that would benefit you if you need that benefit. And then 3, like Jacob said before, writing essays, it's a big asshole. Like it's a big commitment, and then it needs your energy. With the artificial intelligence coming up right now, like ChatGPT, I see a lot of people using it. Trust me, yes, it's a resource that you can use to help you, but it doesn't tell your story. It doesn't at all tell your story. And admission officers will definitely know that you use ChatGPT. So try to write your essays by yourself, not ChatGPT, to avoid that kind of like not getting in at long run. On your own application. And then 2, to me as a mentor, I know very well that I can help edit your essays, but I can help tell your story better. So give me a highlight or insight of what you want to communicate before I help you edit your essays. With that, keep in mind, own your application. It's not mine, it's yours. And other people will appreciate. Why do you think like some admission officers take your application straight and they think that it's an extraordinary? Because the way you write in your essay communicate who you are. And that's the simplest way to like understand who the person is, through your essays. Then at long run, we're here for you as Anna, or maybe individual. When you reach out to someone and it's a perfect time to help, why not? It's the reason why we're here, and it's the reason why we're giving info sections every time. We believe that education is the backbone of everything. And if you can like accomplish your dreams through ENA and through us, why not? We're here to help. Don't hesitate to reach out anytime if you need help, and keep informing others, keep spreading these words, and we hope for the best, and we wish you all best of luck with applications coming in. Don't forget, Western colleges are coming up very soon, like in August. Common Hub is opening, and if you want any info, I think like we can try to organize again like US colleges and see how that goes. And thank you so much for joining in. We hope to see you some other time, and thank you. I've come to an end of the presentation.
Bye. See you.
Bye.